Hey, don't mind me, just practicing my Asian squat. Ugh. Hey, welcome to another Sunday vlog. I thought today would be a little bit different and I would go ahead and show you guys something that I really enjoy that's down here in the LA area that's not really around the rest of the world, and that's Sidecar donuts. Sidecar donuts are freshly baked donuts that are incredibly well done. They're very, very dense and they're worth your money. So there's something I wanted to show off and go ahead and rate them. And I thought that'd be a kind of a fun video to do today. So without further ado, enjoy. The first donut today that we're looking at is the butter and salt. The butter and salt is a sweet and salty donut. This is probably the generic donut that everyone picks up when they go to Sidecar to try out. It's very, very yummy, very salty, but married very well with butter. It's rich, moist, and it pairs very well with a lot of their Sidecar drinks, like a vanilla latte, etc. But it's in general, this is something that you can just pick up and just try if you ever go to Sidecar. This is their main donut, and if you just look at it, it's gorgeous, and it tastes wonderful too. Our second donut is going to be another traditional donut, but with the Sidecar spinoff. It's the old-fashioned, very earthy flavor. You'd be surprised at the amount of flavors that you get in this one. You get a lot of nutmeg in particular. It's also made with buttermilk and has a bit of cinnamon baked into it. I would highly recommend this one if you want to have a nice black coffee with you, or just a normal coffee. Anything with sugar makes this feel a little bit too flavorful, but overall, this one is up there. It's probably like a nice solid B8 here for Sidecar donuts. Okay, so this one is probably going to be a bit too biased coming from me. I love this one, the huckleberry. I love a sweet flavor, and this one is just pure Oregon huckleberries with a huckleberry glaze. That's right, they take huckleberries and put huckleberries on top of it, and it tastes wonderful. If you ask me, it's S tier. For a lot of people, it's probably around the A tier level. It's moist, very cake-like. It's almost like you're taking a bite out of a cake that's been shaped into donut form, and it pairs well with every coffee. Usually I run it with a mocha, but it's something that you should try out if you ever get the chance. Let's start getting to the fun ones. Everyone loves cinnamon, right? This is the Saigon Cinnamon Crumb. It's very dense, and around the outside you can see a lot of layers there as they have mixed in that spice Saigon cinnamon cake. It really gives you texture, a lot of flavor, and a lot to bite into. This one's actually a bit of a heavy donut. I would recommend only eating one of these. If you try to get a couple of them, you're going to feel full very, very fast. In fact, that's probably the case for a lot of Sidecar donuts, but this one in particular is very dense. The lemon poppy seed, I didn't have much footage for this one. I actually picked it up the other day because the Sidecar that I went to just opened up and they didn't have all their donuts for display. I think it was actually Father's Day. The point is, it didn't have everything. I just got this lemon poppy seed, and I gotta say, it is aggressive on the lemon flavor, which is something that I'm not really into. But if you want a citrus-based donut, this one nails that aesthetic. It's light, fluffy, it pairs well with anything in terms of like a cold drink. I wouldn't do anything hot with this one just because it's so fresh. Next, we move on to the fun ones, and I don't know how to pronounce this. Dulce de leche churro? I know how to say churro, but dulce de leche? I think I said it right. This is a nice, sweet, and spicy flavor. Not spicy in terms of hot, but it gives you a bit of a kick when you try it. The glaze in particular, I would be a bit careful with. It usually gets all over your hands, so make sure you bring napkins. But this one is another wonderful flavor that is probably a California special. Out here, we have a Disneyland, and Disneyland sells churros like crazy. This is churro in donut form, and they nail that entire feel. Something that you want to put in your mouth and make sure that it goes into your stomach, you know? On to our next, it'll be the celebration cake. I'm not really into confetti donuts or confetti cake or anything that's confetti based. I just think it's a bit ridiculous. It's a bit too much sugar. But this one somehow nails a flavor where it's sweet enough, but not too sweet where you don't want to have it. And it also has that cake aesthetic, which is very moist in the middle and has a lot of sprinkles. This is probably one that a lot of people actually go for. I just kind of avoid it a little bit, so it'll be lower on my tier list, but it's still a good donut in general. Now, this is the donut that is probably binary for a lot of people. You either love it or you hate it, is the maple bacon. One, I'm not really into maple donuts, but I am into bacon, so this one really works for me. It gives you that sweet flavor with that saltiness that comes in from a bacon, and the bacon bits are very crispy. It's not one that I would have sit around your house a little bit. Some of these donuts you can have for 3 to 4 days. This one feels bad after about a day of sitting around. But the maple bacon is a tried and true combo, and probably one of the most aggressive flavors for a lot of people. If you like bacon and you like maple, check this one out. Now, you can't have a donut shop without having the glazed donut, and that is the case here for Sidecar donuts. They go for a vanilla bean glaze. There's that vanilla flavor of spice in there. You can really taste it. It's generic, but not generic at the same time. I don't know. Give it a try. It's there. It's not my favorite. I don't go after it too much, but if you want just a glazed donut, I know a lot of moms for some reason love glazed donuts. I don't know why. I don't know why stereotype is like that, but this donut is there for them, and make sure to grab it and pick it up. Sidecar Donut is a thing where they put out an extra donut flavor or a new donut flavor every couple months. Right now, currently, it's a blueberry corn cake, which I don't have any video footage of. But when we did record all the donuts that we are doing for today's video, they had the strawberry flavor, and this was one of my favorite donuts ever. I hope they bring it back. It was a bit of a healthy strawberry couple of months here in California because strawberries were in full bloom, so everything was strawberry based, and this donut nailed the cake moisture with the strawberry flair unlike no other. I highly recommend checking that one out if it shows up. And their blueberry corn cake, I'll try it myself and I'll let you know how it goes, but I'm assuming it's great too. Okay, so I'm actually stupid excited to do this tier list. I don't even know why. So there are a few more donuts. There are a few that I missed out. One in particular that I missed out was the Eggs Benedict donut, which is incredible. You can only get it for a couple hours when they're first open because they sell out so fast. But it's a giant donut encased around an egg with basil and Benedict cream sauce mixed in. It's wonderful. If you guys want to see it, let me know. I'll make another video about those in the future, and I can look at their monthly flavors as well and give you a rating for them. But for these common donuts right here, let's start. All right, so again, I mentioned in the video, I'm gonna be biased. I think this donut is S tier. So to be fair, I'm gonna move it down to A tier. I think it's a great pickup, one that you can always have and you can always be happy with. So there's that one. That is the Huckleberry donut. The glazed donut I'm gonna put down to C tier. I don't really care about glazed donuts. You know, I don't know. I like the blueberries, even like the chocolate glaze, but like a boring glazed donut, I just pass on. The poppy seed with the lemon flavor, I'm gonna actually put a little bit higher than normal. I'm gonna throw it into the B tier. I just love how shocking the flavor is. This isn't something I would go to all the time. That's why I'm gonna put underneath an A tier. But it's something that if I have every once in a while, it really shocks my day. You know, the cinnamon crumb is actually A tier. I think it's wonderful. It's one of those meals or donuts that you pick up and you're just like, wow, that is heavy, that fills me up, but it's not one that you always go to get. Like if you want to eat this on your car on your way home, it's gonna crumble everywhere, right? So that's why I put it down in the A tier. Just kind of slacking there. The butter and salt is the S tier. This is the bread and butter of Sidecar, and it delivers on every front of what they are trying to achieve. A high quality, dense donut that makes you get filled up, and the butter and salt does just that. The maple and bacon, I'm gonna put up to a B. I think it just has too much of like aggressive flavors for a donut. Like some people like maple, some people like donuts. Having them all combined into one is like a powerhouse, like I'm in your face type of donut, but it's not for everybody, and it's also not for me. So I put it in the B tier. The birthday cake, which is something that I did not think I would like. I normally stay away from confetti stuff. Is actually so darn good that I'm gonna put it into A tier just because it was so surprising at how enjoyable it was. Usually I feel like sprinkles are a bit too much sugar, and that is not the case here. The churro is a bit dirty, so I'm going to throw it into the B, but it is really, really yummy. It's just very powdery, and there's that sauce that gets everywhere. But it's good. Like, again, all of these donuts here taste very flavorful. It actually comes down to the aesthetics and how you eat them and how they function as a donut, which is why they're getting moved around on the tier list. And then the old-fashioned, which is a pretty tame donut, but sometimes you need the tame donut. I'm going to throw into the A tier. Again, any of these donuts are a win if you want to pick them up. There are no bad donuts. They even have, like, vegan flavors if you're trying to stay away from that. And even though I'm not into vegan, I'm not going to judge them poorly for them existing. But this is a quick little video on Sidecar. If you enjoyed that, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more of these donuts, because there's like 5 that I missed, and there are some limited edition ones that just came out like 2 days ago, like the blueberry corn cake, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.